Disrupt. Discord.gg/CCS Esports. Take your pick. So here we go. We're getting into the game right now. Banning some operators. Shall we see Maverick first? Do we have a Maverick? Mr. Stokes, what do you think?
I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, we do. Look, there's been so much random stuff to happen in CCS today.
Hold on. Let me go 2 for 2. Let me see a Jackal.
You're not gonna see a Jackal. Not gonna see a Jackal. There's no way. You're gonna see a Capita. I believe that.
Oh, as it was showing.
Offensive first. They're definitely gonna ban either Echo or Mira.
Mira will be the second ban. Even our producers making predictions.
Nah, if it's banded, that's just comical. Like Bandit just not get banned out that often.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Echo. God, I'm so good at my job.
So Mira 100%. Mira 100%. The next ban. Calling it right now.
Mira, show me.
Is it? Calm down. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
I'm good.
All right. So we got the 4. No surprises anywhere.
As getting delirious from all these clubhouse games.
Victoria's Secret going to be defending first. Is the pattern going to continue? Or are we going to see attacking success on a quote-unquote defensive-sided map? Well, that remains to be seen as we see which operators are going to come out for both of these teams.
Well, I can tell you what they won't have. Maverick, Capitao, Echo, or Mira. I can tell you that.
My goodness, are you good?
Well, yeah, I'm the greatest. Let me tell you. Also, I can tell you that in the history of me of casting best of ones, I have never casted the same map 4 times in a row. And I cast USN, which literally doubles up on maps all the damn time.
So the only best of ones that I think I've ever casted are qualifier games, because CCS has always been best of 3. Shout out to the season where we did best of 3 with unlimited overtime.
Dude,
and Flynn and myself casted the 32 round game. One map, by the way, 32 rounds. The scoreline at the end was 15-17. So yeah,
why did we ever do that? Ever?
You know what? That's a question that thankfully I don't have to answer, because it's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again.
I feel like halfway through that 32 round game, you're like, yeah, this is never happening again. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely. I thought Flynn was going to die. Okay, that's how bad it was. But there are some fantastic clips. And by the way, in case I didn't say it before, youtube.com/CCS Esports, you can find that 32 round game. And believe me, folks, it is worth a watch. It was a barn burner. And here was the worst part about it, is this was like at the tail end of the qualifiers. So, and it was lose or go home.
Bomb located by attackers.
So could you imagine playing like 32 rounds and then you lose, and then it's all over. You run.
Who was it? It was Grizzlies versus who?
You're right. Grizzlies was one of them, which I wouldn't have even remembered. So
Why do I know this and you don't?
Because it traumatized me, and I've tried to purge it from my memory.
I can't remember who the other team is. Flynn would probably remember. That man's literally a Wikipedia page. It's insane.
Yeah, he really is. He's my go-to guy. Like, whoa, what was in the patch notes? Here we go. This round, Victoria's Secret, Disrupt Gaming DG underway, a minute deep, and a little bit of action taking place. We've got the Bandit working the wall. We got the Thermite out there. We got the Sophia to try and maybe stun. Peeking in through the window, see if she can get a beeline onto the Bandit, but no. Instead, she'll get some health stripped off of her. The Jaeger ready and waiting.
Really like what they were doing with those EMPs there. They were bouncing off the roof to try and get rid of the ADSs so they could frag out Breezy from the CCTV window with the buck nades. So intelligent use of their utility, but just did not end up working out in the end, as Maddox, all of her frag grenades have been expended from her kit.
Yep, and I don't believe any damage being done whatsoever. So an unsuccessful attempt. They will decide to reroute, as now master bedroom control in the hands of the attackers. They're going to swap Aruski around the construction. No pressure being put on Garage either. Somebody will begin the Garage defending. Actually, I think no one has rotated out. So I don't think any Garage contention being held by the defense. But no matter, because most of the offense is now rotated to the other side. and construction is the foot that's on the docket.
Oh, quick shot from Wolf Kai to knock down Rachel. That's a big pick. Jaeger off the board. No longer that 416 rifle will exist, at least in this round. So looks like they're going to be going for the construction take here as no one else is poised out and around the other end of the map. Breezy
Throwing stun
as well.
grenade.
Stun grenades now pouring in. It's going to be a full send in. Lexi to be the first point of contact as Wolf Kai will fall. Quick shots now pouring in from Cash Stairs, but nothing making any contact just yet. It's going to be a trade out from Brit as well as Millionaire. Still holding down Cash is Breezy though. Is going to find yet another as Maddox will fall. Motions in, almost finds actually Will. Breezy going absolutely insane. Brit to clean it up, but it's going to be Victoria's Secret with the first round.
That was a very, very good back and forth until Breezy showed up on the scene. Tried to, as a matter of fact, Britt might have even stolen the kill. Pistol was out, bullets were flying. A very good job from her to peek around through that hole quickly and finish off the remaining members of DG. And Victoria's Secret, after going on an absolute tear week number 1, will continue the trend, winning out round number 1 of this best of 7. Well, it's a best of 1 map. Best of 7 scoreline. You guys know the drill. By the way, while we're talking about it, yes, there was a winner for the Tweeting Stokes Hey contest. However, you guys out there, guys and gals, feel free to continue tweeting at him or sliding into his DMs. He likes that kind of stuff. He's an attention hog.
Also, in other news, if you guys are watching this and don't have Pro League up on your guys' screen as well, SSG just beat Reciprocity, and that's exactly where I wore my SSG shirt. So let's go. Let's get it. Bring in some luck. Feels good. Anyways, besides that point, looks like the defense of Victoria's Secret definitely going to be working out into their favor, and they definitely chose on the right side for the map, I can tell you that much, because as of right now, it doesn't seem like the offense is really going to have a foot in this battle at all, and this roam game could definitely spell disaster. They really haven't done too well on trades thus far, but it is only 1 round, so we'll have to see what else could possibly come of it. I will talk about this, though, for just one instance. I really don't know why they gave Maestro impact grenades, because he literally already has everything inside of his kit. He has soft destruction, an amazing gun, utility that is pretty difficult to deal with at a routine level. Adding impact to his kit just makes him all the more powerful, which is just something that is crazy to me, because now there's no instance where Maestro isn't the man for the job, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, indeed. So now, in the garage, come Disrupt Gaming, a full hurdle down below. And map control underway for Disrupt. I'm not sure if any of the hatches have gotten going yet. So here comes Thatcher number 1. Kaid primed and ready to try and trick this hat. Not sure what the cue is going to be for her. She actually figured it out beforehand.
Oh,
no. Nobody will not get any of the X-Kairos pellets, rather. The Thatcher number 2 will get that Electro Claw off the hatch, and the hatch will be swiftly open.
Oh, that's just such poor utility management there by Rachel. She just had to wait until they actually put the X-Kairos on, and she could have possibly gotten them off if the Thatcher was lackadaisically waiting around, but not going to happen this time around. So that's going to be the Moto hatch handled now for the offense. Still plenty of time now, and they have actually quite a bit of aggression on every instance of this site. They have oil pit covered, blue as well as soft destruction looking in towards church. So they really have all the angles they could possibly want. Now they just need to get these picks. 30 is some damage done, but it's going to be Breezy, the first one to fall, who was so impactful the last round. Maddox motioning now down towards the bottom of the main stairs. Will be able to pick up an angle, focus in towards the roadside, in towards Armory. Rachel could possibly peek out and find that gun barrel, but it's not going to be too much of a mainstay issue right now, as oil pit will get dealt with, and that's going to be a quick trade actually back and forth between the two teams, as Lexi and Wolf are both fall to separate weapons. Or excuse me, Lexi would actually be the one to trade it out. So Wolf gets punished for her instance of aggression. Chameleonaire will be able to take down Lexi, and it seems like Disrupt is actually doing a very good job of working their way down on the site. Sketch Eponymous now all alone inside of church, does end up getting taken down. Is going to be all left up to that one Brit. one weapon for people to find. Will she be able to do it? Does have the ACOG. Free fires, finds one. Oh, is she gonna win up the gunfight? No, it's gonna be Maddox from a separate angle to take down Brit and Disrupt, find their first round.
Fantastic job by Disrupt there. A very clean round for them. They really knew what they were going to do. I like the Buck working that angle, trying to work somebody out of blue while we had somebody in oil pit working down. Meanwhile, hatches were getting open, just like you said. We saw the Kaid try and trick unsuccessfully. They played it very smart. They did not throw the Habana pellets onto the hatch immediately after the first Thatcher, and that paid dividends for them. It did not eliminate that shot from the X-Kairos, so they were able to open up way more things total during that round. So they didn't look so hot round number 1, but round 2, they were on fire. And now 1-1 going into round number 3.
All right. Well, walking to the next round, we are going to be heading back downstairs. If they end up losing this round, every single site is on a 2-site rotation parameter. So that means they have to play 2 other sites in order to go back to the site that they won. So after they lose this, they will be able to go back, or if they win it, they can go back anyways.
Just following up, making sure we get a good look at the scoreboard here in just a moment. But until then, back downstairs, they will go. They had a lot of success upstairs in cash. Downstairs, not so much. They were heftily dismantled by a very widespread yet coordinated push from DG, which was, you know, if I will quote Pokemon, super effective. So here we go into round 3, and a very similar setup coming, although there have been a couple of changes. Rotate hole coming into church, and there's a little bit of the scoreboard, a little bit on the late side. That's okay. There's not a whole lot going on as the attackers will be in sight. And pretty even scoreline there. 2s across the board, a couple of donuts, but we're really early into this match, only 2 rounds deep. Still a lot of siege left to be played. And Wolf K holding a tight angle down towards blue. They are really focusing on working whoever's in blue out of position.
You know, it's the main focus of the whole game right now. Who's going to upgrade from Dunkin' Donuts all the way over to Olive Garden, huh? Got to get those breadsticks in. Well,
he said it.
Come on. We're going to have an ADS burn coming in from Fry Queen now that'll expend 2 over stun grenades, so account for that. Just trying to burn out all of them so they could possibly get a frag grenade in behind. They're going to recognize that out now, but actually Maddox is going to rotate away, which is kind of a peculiar thing. I would assume that she wanted to use her frag grenades to try and get Lexi out from behind the AC unit downstairs, but it doesn't seem to be the case, and she'll still be able to hold down blue. The rest of the squad, though, is in Turtle right now, which means that they're all playing downstairs on site. They're playing more for a hard defense actually on the site instead of getting aggressive off of the site. That's exactly what Turtle means for some of our newer viewers that are newer to viewing the competitive side of Rainbow Six Siege. Last time they tried this exact same thing and actually ended up getting them punished to where they really couldn't battle out of the box they were put into. This time around, though, they're definitely going to need to be able to do that and try and establish some more frags early on to make this a little bit easier for them to hold things down. Right now, all the utility coming out for the offense, getting open every single angle under the sun is Maddox with that skull.
Yeah, Buck tons of work here, and it's paid off really well for them in the previous round. They really know how to attack bottom, and oh no, Lexi on a rotate will get her back shot through. Wolf K with that Zofia now has plenty of time to work and take that side of the map. But we've got Sketchapotamus with the shotgun. She'll peek out and she will find one, but Dope Girl will find Wolf K with the TK. Unfortunate. So instead of a 5-3, it is now a 4-3. The diffuser will actually get tapped onto the ground, but they will not commit to it. Here we go. Dope Girl finding a kill onto Sketchapotamus 2v4. The diffuser was now fully committed. Here comes Just Breezy around the corner. But Chameleonaire was ready for her, taking her head off. Diffuser goes down 1v4. And Rachel Boo miles away from sight and 4 to find. She will get herself shot up down to about 2 health, and not much she could do now. Max will prime a grenade and send one out into the hallway. Rachel Boo, a mountain to climb to say the least. Here comes grenade number 2, and just the hitting of the grenade would have killed her. But Maddox in style with the explosion. Take out Rachel Boo, and Disrupt will chain 2 very aggressive rounds together.
Not very aggressive at all, actually. I'm actually going to contrast here for you with you for just a second. And the reason I'm going to say that is because they just got all their utility down, and they really didn't need any aggression in order to get it done. They got everything down, no nitro cells, no nothing, no fight back from everyone downstairs. It was more like Victoria's Secret was in a bunker, just waiting for anyone to try and challenge the door. That's really what it was. And once everything got established, Disrupt just wrecked house. That's all they needed to do. Bull in a china shop, more or less. And for the defense, I really feel like they're really good in these gunfights. Victorious to apply pressure, because right now they are not applying pressure, and this wound is just bleeding.
It is indeed. They're going to go upstairs, then being victorious, where they won in a very hefty fashion the first time around. Some plays that they know they have the ability to win on. Doing a lot of work with that Buck. Wolf K actually should be 5-1-3 because the TK should count, right? But despite the TK, DG able to win out that attack number 2 on the base. And so here we are, back upstairs. Can they hold it together again like they did the first time?
5 seconds left.
That remains to Disrupt, showing a sign up on attack.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Well, we'll see if they can continue on down, because this is exactly what they need to do. Again, the more offensive rounds you find on Clubhouse, the better. This map is defensive-sided. When you switch across, all of a sudden, you're in the driver's seat. If you can even get 3 rounds and equally split it, you are definitely poised to end up winning the map at the end of the day.
That was interesting, them sealing the door between the top of Cash Stairs hallway and the bomb site. I don't think I've ever seen that before. What is the benefit of that? Obviously, if you're not playing the top of Cash Stairs as a sound cue, if they push Cash Stairs, but Cash Stairs is such a powerful position to play, especially if you have an ACOG defender, and they actually do have some money. So, it's all about.
With the wooden barricade, I don't really know what they're going for. We've seen it a couple times with castle barricades where we get punched 11 times because it takes 12 to break them, and then just a quick punch and you can run through and really get somebody a drop. But instead, the only thing dropping is going to be the defense so far. It's Breezy as well as Lexi will both meet their maker, and all of a sudden we're in a 5 versus 3. And Disrupt right now are seeming like a whole new team, very coordinated inside of their play so far, and it's been pretty interesting to watch.
I agree with you. I think they've been bringing out strategies that are more complicated. Sketchupado will trade one back onto Maddox, the top fragger for DG. A little bit of a breath of fresh air for Victorious for the time being, as the time ticks away. Still a minute and a half left for the attackers to kind of, I guess, approach the site. We'll have somebody right around the corner in construction, and no drones will come out. Actually, it'll come as poor Wolf K hits the dirt. So unfortunate timing for that. If that drone was about a meter in front of the feet of Wolf K, that might have turned out some way completely different. But instead, now it's a tie ball game, ladies and what I was talking about before with DG is we have seen them bring out the most complicated of setups. And complicated and dicey if you don't execute, but they have been backing up their complicated strategy with a very good execution. Rachel, she'll push up right to the doorway, ready and trying to go. She'll find a second. She'll peek out, free-fire the window, almost find a third, but retreats back to perfect safety and reload.
Remember when I told you that I just wanted to see some more aggression from the defense, that this wound was just bleeding? Seems that they finally sealed up that wound. As we're just gunfighting and gunfighting and gunfighting, and that's exactly what they needed to do. It's been so impressive what they've been able to achieve so far this round, and it seems like they're going to end it in the same context. Sketchuponymous not able to find her. Frykin going to take down Bread. Is she actually going to end up winning this out on some heroics? Rachel Boo rotating in towards Cash right now. A quick shot, but no. If that would have been a split second later, Rachel would have met her demise, and Fry Queen definitely could have won out that round. But no, it's going to be Rachel to win things out here for Victoria's Secret. You want to see these gunfights from Victoria's Secret if you guys are rooting for them. They need to get more aggressive because Disrupt does not know how to handle it.
Honestly, from what I've seen, I think that they do. Honestly, I really think that they do. I think one of the main problems that DG faced in that last round is they had a strategy. And this can happen sometimes. If you're a competitive team and you have the strategies and you got to run the strategy the certain way, when things eventually go wrong, and they will go wrong, they will not go to plan. when you drop a player that's covering a certain angle or something, you got to figure out, okay, what's the best, most efficient way to fill that gap in as best as we possibly can. And the
Attackers
problem
need
with
to
that
locate
is
and
you have to
defuse
make that
bomb.
decision in a split second, immediate. And so if you get kind of stunned by the death of a teammate, right? Oh, what do we do now? She was supposed to be watching this, or this was her job. She can't pull that job off. I mean, in the heat of the moment, when the time's ticking away or the bullets are whizzing past your face, you know, that is what really separates high-level competitive, experienced competitive people who are newer to it. That being said, earlier I talked about a team doing 9 things out of 10 right. Both of these teams are doing 99 out of 100 things right. I mean, the
5 seconds left.
strategy and the plan, decision making, and execution has been top notch, and it's been a very good game. A game that I've been saying it all night. This is the most anticipated game, and I'm seeing the gameplay for both of these squads that I expected.
We'll have to see how it continues on down the line, but they are now dealing a little bit more pressure here upstairs. Lexi doesn't have any support with utility, though. Does seem to all be dedicated downstairs instead. They do have Sketch Eponymous on the pulse, which I love this operator choice here. Able to really work your entire team around that one utility that is the cardiac sensor. She'll be able to give Lexi all the information she needs to try and make the proper play here. Lexi playing out time as well. And I feel like as long as they continue to battle out on the outskirts of this map, they'll end up winning things out. Sketch with a wide swing, but Wolf's immediately going to punish her for that. She thought she heard a noise, and she definitely did. There's going to be 2 bodies inside of stock. Lexi's still upstairs inside of cash, but still plenty of people to worry about here. Have they completely forgotten about Lexi upstairs? This could be punishing. She's going to go motion down the hatch now as she is looking for anything that could possibly grant her a kill. She sees the rotation. Going to hold off on that for just a second, but still plenty of bodies downstairs. Going to hold it up as well.
Interesting. Thatcher rolls right past it, and oh, we'll get Kaiden from underneath. Great job with the electrical. We've seen a lot of attempts of that tonight, all night long. I mean, we see Clubhouse and Hatch tricking all night long when the Kaid wasn't banned, but great job for them to actually pull it off for once. A very difficult time trick will absolutely annihilate one of the Habana ex-Kairos.
Oh, there was no EMPs! Oh, wow.
No,
Okay,
remember that
Rachel.
EMP I just pointed out that rolled past the hat. So they had to use an
yeah.
extra one. Rachel, she'll find the opening kill onto Maddox. That's the Buck that's been doing all that work all night long. 4-4, only a minute left. The attacker's going to have to funnel through a choke point now to get to sight.
Got to watch for Lexi here as well. She's still in that flank. She could just end up chewing them up,
Hello.
but she needs to right now. Wolf going to end up finding 2. You're going to need Lexi to come alive here to try and win out this round. Fry Queen has been down, and all left up to just Bandit on the site. It's Breezy in between Mini Bar, but Wolf K on a quad kill now. Just a late rotation. Lexi, not the best. Locked in the corner. Quick shots. Wolf can't find the frag just yet. Switches over to the pistol. Only 26 seconds left. Waiting for the rotation. She actually rotates upstairs, I believe. Yeah, she's going to rotate all the way upstairs. Goes over to the hatch, but I don't believe that she knows that it's closed off just yet. Nope, but she'll definitely know now. This is just not the round that we wanted from that roam game of Lexi. I thought that she'd be a little bit more aggressive on that roam game once she was left alive, but didn't end up working out. She's actually going to end up stunting the ace of Wolf, but it's going to be Goat Girl to end up cleaning things up. Disrupt here on this round as they do end up winning out the attack downstairs.
Wolf K, an unknown to a lot of people watching here today. Of course, remember Disrupt played off stream last night, so this is the first time that we have seen this Disrupt squad playing on stream, absolutely going ham on Victoria's Secret that round. Like you said, got kind of stuffed just shy of the ace. The first ace, I believe, to happen in CCS R6W so far. But either way, very well played on her part. Was able to lead her team to a victory that round. And so here we go into round number 6, the last round before the half, and possibly the first tie that we've seen before going into the half. Still have to wait.
Don't do that to me. Oh wait, I thought never mind. Cancel that. I thought you were talking about tie overall. I was like, don't say that right now. I don't want that. I never have to cast ties because I don't cast Pro League. So
no ties today, sir. Somebody will come with the dub, after this day is over.
I like it that way. That's the way it needs to be. But again, just going back to the prior round, I do kind of just want to do a recap of that just very quickly for everybody at home. The reason that Rome game did not end up working out is because Lexi was just a little bit too scared with her life. There's a point of playing out your life on the Rome game where, yes, I'm wasting time, but you have to show your face in order to waste time. They completely ignored Lexi, and Lexi never made her presence known. She's like, okay, they left me here. And then everyone was dead on site. She goes, oh yeah, I kind of had a job to do, right? Yeah, that was where that ended up failing out. Now, for next time, if she is on that same Rome game and that same thing happens, all she needs to do is just be a little bit more aggressive. Show face, even if you pre-fire at someone and they just know you're there. That's all you need. You don't need to try and just throw your life away and try and get that kill. That's not what roaming is all about. Roaming is all about wasting time and making sure that your presence is known. That's all it's about. Or going for those late flanks. But the issue with that is that she went way too late and everyone else on her team was already dead.
I mentioned this prior to the match, actually, this fourth match of the night starting, that all I saw in chat was a wall of Victoria's Secret icons. Let's see those disrupt icons come out. And for the Victoria's Secret people, Sketchapotomy will start this round out. So maybe the wall is finally paying off. Maybe Victoria's Secret is taking some of that energy. Maddox, the grenade queen all night long, will throw both of her in right for Lexi taking a castle. Then she'll put some bullets down and take Sketchapotomus to the ground. 4v4 now. She'll lose a lot of health in the process, but a lot of time left to work with for the attack. And she'll just work these windows right outside of sight. Doing a good job so far.
Maddox, extremely good utility use as well, using her frag grenades to get rid of all of that utility that they use with those castle barricades on the window as well as the door. Burn the ADSs with the Thatchers on the roof. Just overall intelligent play coming out from Disrupt Gaming. This is exactly what I like to see. Again, as we've talked about so often tonight, it's a very young league, a lot of young players that haven't played comp before in their life. I definitely like to see proper utility usage. It's just a beautiful thing inside of Rainbow Six Siege when things are done correctly.
It is. And so far we've been seeing a lot of just unbelievably good play from both sides here. It would be, I mean, if I didn't tell everybody that like 98%, 97% of the women that we're seeing here, that's like their first competitive experience ever, nobody would have known in a million years, especially watching these two teams duke it out. It's been just absolutely top tier level play. I mean, I love what I'm seeing. And I'm not saying it's the best in the world. I mean, we're not comparing it to Pro League here, right? But really, does it look like this is anybody's first time? Absolutely not. So here comes Maddox pushing into sight. No, I'm sorry, side is master. So pushing near sight, taking some map control. That one, Brit will stop it, and so will Rachel Boo with the shotgun close range. Bought the SMG 11, but will not be able to get the job done. Little Lexi, she'll fall one on a Fry Crean, leaving Millionaire the last alive. Make that the last alive with 2 health. Make that the last alive, not so much. Little Lexi, she'll clean it up, taking her down. And just like I had predicted, Mr. Stoke, we will go into the second half, 3-3.
Hey, I'm just happy that we have Lexi getting a little bit more aggressive. That's all I'm happy about. This is exactly what this roster needed in order to try and elevate them up, especially on the upstairs defense inside of Master. You have to try and get those early picks, and they got one gifted by the likes of Sketchapotomus, who had that extremely early pick, which obviously puts DG onto their heels, making things just a little bit more difficult. But as of right now, as you said, we're going into the split, which personally for me favors the people that are switching over to defense, which is going to be Disrupt Gaming. This is going to be more difficult for the offense, obviously, because Clubhouse is a defensive-sided map. But I've eaten my words before. We'll have to see.
I was going to say, we've been saying that all night and then eating our words.
Well, you can't argue with statistics.
No, you're
this map
right.
is indeed defensive sided. Just it comes down to teams and goes, okay, are they better on offense or are they better on defense? This is more than likely going to be a rehost.
So it looks like yes. So we can for sure do a rehost this early in the game, and that's exactly what we will do. Absolutely, that's exactly what we will do. So 3-3 is the scoreline. We will need to do a rehost. We had a rehost game 1. We had 2 game 2. We got through game 3 without a problem. But game 4, not so much. Made it halfway through, though. So we will get this game set up post. So far, so much to talk about. So much. We talked about the exemplary play on both sides. We've seen Maddox doing a ton of work with that buck. We've seen a lot of different people in Victoria's Secret doing a lot of work. We've seen, I'm not sure if it's Kay or Kai. I think you've been calling her Kai, but I've been calling her Kay. Either way.
It's Kai, because it's Kai's Pistols on Twitter. I know who it is.
Oh, gotcha. Kai. Okay. So now that has been straightened out. I mean,
You're
Kai's
welcome.
just doing tons of work. You're welcome, Kai. You're not telling me you're welcome, right?
Get better knowing your players, Ty. Gosh.
And you know what's funny is I have a list of them phonetically and how to say it, and I don't have any notes on Kai, Mr. Stokes. Thank you very much.
Well,
So-
now you do. There you go.
So 3-3. Still a lot of Siege left to be played. Somebody will win, like I said before. What do you think so far? Who's got the upper hand as the roles swap? Do you think it's because of how even it's been that it's straight up whoever's on defense has the upper hand? Or do you think that, we've been seeing more success based off of some individual play? Because I don't think it's like that at all. I think it's been on both sides a very much team effort.
I would say personally for me, it's going to be really foretold by that first round. What is their utility usage like? How do they end up breaking down the round overall with that? Because again, as we've said, it's more a checklist than it is anything for when you are on attack. You have to handle certain things in a certain order. And if it's done out of order, then things get jumbled. You're going to end up losing someone that was important, yada, 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 so on and so forth. So for Disrupt, I felt like they had a very good order of how to handle things, and that's why we got to a split of 3-3. We saw a lot of turtle defenses from the defense of Victoria's Secret, but now that they're on offense, I feel like we're going to have a lot more aggressive play, which might end up helping them out, because we saw on the few times where they did end up getting aggressive that it really worked into their favor, and I don't think it's going to allow Wolf to do exactly what she wants to do, which we saw on offense, where she was just winning out these gunfights off of information every single time.
Right. And you're absolutely right. And Wolf has just been, straight slay this game so far. Other than that, I can't really, pick somebody out as just been going crazy all night. It's just been such a team effort. And that's exactly what you want to do. And the thing that we talk about from time to time, but really needs to be reinforced is, a lot of the work, half or more of the work that needs to be done to win a match is being done outside of what you see in the kill, right? And the information, the utility deployment, everybody doing their job, et cetera, et cetera. That sort of stuff has just been done so well on both sides that when we get into these scramble gunfights, you see a lot of trades go back and forth. You don't see a bunch of blue or a bunch of orange in the kill. You see that color flip-flop. And so that's why I don't think we've seen one round where 4+ of one team was left alive at the end of that round. That's how good that these rounds have been going back and forth. I could be wrong. And if I am, I guarantee you it's no more than a single round out of the 6 we've seen so far that it was like that, period.
Yeah, again, I really, really feel like overall the competition level inside of the league in general is actually a lot higher than everyone's trying to make it out to be. I feel like there's always going to be those people that no matter what are always going to hate something, but coming into it with a critical eye, because that's usually how I start things off, especially inside of Siege, because that's just the way that I have to be with casting. I have to be able to, obviously dictate, okay, is this good? Is this bad? For them all starting out as just, fresh out of the box into comp, this is not bad at all. They're at a very, very good place. So I feel like as this continues on down the line for the rest of the inaugural season of CCSW, you're going to see this continue to ramp up.
Absolutely. So a lot of the players are back in lobby. I think we're only waiting for one more. We'll R up immediately and get this puppy back underway in the second half of this matchup. If you're just joining us, we got Victoria's Secret versus Disrupt Gaming, currently tied at 3 apiece going into the second half of this match. And as Stokes and myself were discussing earlier, there will be no tie if we have the 6-6 scoreline at the end of the regular, round plays. It will go into a best-of-3 overtime. Somebody will walk away the winner. Both of these teams currently sitting at 1-0 after week number 1. And it looks like all the players are back in, so we will get started right away. DJ, if you want to let our observer know, let's get it. And we will see some action with the roles swap.
All right.
So here we go. We're going to get underway right now, back into the game. This is Clubhouse, which should be a surprise to nobody at the point, because it's the 4th time we've seen it in 4 games today. This will be our last. If you were trying to tune in today for our off-stream match, well, that will be available on YouTube, youtube.com/CCS Esports, in the semi-near future, within a few days, something like that. And if you were looking for last week's match, which involved Disrupt Gaming, that's already available over on the YouTube channel right now. So here we go. Round number 7 coming up. Roles swap. Mr. Stokes has been touting the statistics of how bad, or how good rather, it is to be on defense here in Clubhouse. We have seen the latter happen today, attacking being very successful throughout the day-to-day. Will statistics hold up in the second half? That remains to be.
All right, we'll jump right back in. Shall we? We're going to be starting things off on Master, which, again, if you guys joined us earlier, you're going to have already heard me say this, but again, since we are on the map again, I'm just going to reinstate it. This site in particular is a tertiary site, which means that you see them go to this as the last resort. You're going to see a lot of teams start on either CCTV or Church Arsenal downstairs. In this instance, they're trying to throw off the offense, try and get them to bring the wrong utility to attack this site. That's why you try and go to these tertiary sites early on, is try and throw the offensive team off. And we'll have to see if it works out, but for right now, the offense has all the utility they really need in order to get this handled. They have the EMPs of Thatcher, they have 2 hard destructions, and 2 fraggers. That's really all you need in order to handle this. And they have the soft destruction, get rid of the castle barricades if they try and do the weight setup with the ADSs. That's all you need in order to try and handle this site.
It is. It is all you need. And we've seen this site. I mean, this is, again, the 4th time we've seen Clubhouse site. We've seen this site attacked just about every single way you can possibly attack the site. We've seen the Maverick banned. We've seen the Maverick not banned. We've seen the bandit tricks attempted, right? And so we've seen just about everything. And speaking of bandit, there she is right there, right ready to get to work on the jacuzzi wall. 2 pre-placed batteries there right now. Here comes the thermite right away. Will she get there in time? No, she won't. She'll have to back up, and that jacuzzi wall will get open. A stun will come out, and actually the thermite will do a ton of damage to the bandit, but the bandit will somehow manage to get a kill in the process. That one, Britt will go down. She will not see somebody laying prone, but actually, I'm not sure how, will survive. And Sketch will try to take some shots there, but a squirrely little bandit will somehow slip away with about 10 health.
Never in my life have I ever seen that happen. Ever. An incredible play there by Bandit, just to whoop-de-wop her way over towards the main stairs. So this defense right now definitely holding things down, and it's making it very difficult for this offense. They have the jacuzzi wall open. They do have the diffuser now in the hands of Sketch Eponymous, but for everyone else, they really don't have that much map pressure. They have the jacuzzi wall open once again, like we were just talking about, but they don't have cash, no CCTV room. There's no one working south balcony. Just not very good play so far from Victoria's Secret on this attacking round so far. That's going to be another shot and a down. Lexi going to trade it back, though, as Millionaire will fall, but Rachel Boo downed outside, needs picked up. Breezy gonna try and commit to it, but this could spell disaster. Castle Barricade now being beat for weights as a quick trade will come through, as Maddox will get immediately traded out, as Breezy will be on the delivering end of that. Sketch Eponymous, as well as the rest of the offensive roster of Victoria's Secret, definitely not in the right mindset right here, as Wolf will again meet someone, and it's gonna be Breezy to fall off. Still, the defense has plenty of what they need in order to hold things down. Lexi trying to work her way around the site right now, but she can't seem to find anyone. Wolf now working in through red, as we are going to have the Twitch fall, and all of a sudden it's up to Sketch Eponymous and Sketch Eponymous alone. Motions over towards main stairs. A free fire, but going to be met with her demise as Fry Queen with the MPX takes down the last remaining member of Victoria's Secret, and Disrupt Gaming takes the lead.
Very good. So it looks like we're ahead a little bit. No big deal at all. Disrupt Gaming will win the first defense one step closer to proving Mr. Stokes right in the defensive, I guess, what's the word I'm Stokes? It's been a long night. Advantage? That works.
Yeah.
The defensive advantage. DG just been looking strong all night. I feel like the rounds, even though it's been close in number at the end of each round, I feel like when DG has won their rounds, there's been kind of an ease. There hasn't been a big amount of pressure on any one individual to somehow clutch. They haven't had to clutch a round out, right? Sure, they're trading back and forth all along the way, but at the end of it, there's not a whole lot of stress for us, the viewers, that they're going to somehow come out with that. On the other side of the coin, we've got Victoria's Secret, who have, won 3 rounds and are still super in contention. Somebody's got to be ahead 1 round after the half when it's tied, right? But I feel like there's been a lot more stress on the team as the rounds have been ending each time that they've taken one off of DG. Even if they had the numbers at the end, a significant margin, 2 or 3 people left over.
5 seconds left.
All right, well, downstairs site now allocated for the defense.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Utility-wise, they need definitely like the Pulse pickup as well. Pulse, very creative operator that's so fantastic at getting that information at all times. The only thing that really counters him is IQ as well as EMPs that will knock out his cardiac sensor for just a couple of seconds. But despite that, you're able to get a lot of information for absolutely free. You don't have to peek anyone. You literally see through walls. The thing scans heartbeats, for God's sake.
Yes, it does. It's been through several revisions for those of you old school people that have been playing Siege for a long time. Many revisions, different distances, the different amounts of time between when you can put it away and pull your weapon out. You guys who haven't been around a long time, go back to year 1. Watch that Macy J video where he shows you for the first time how to use Pulse properly. See how Pulse would look like back in the day. There was absolutely no... you couldn't see anything but the scan, right? When you had that Pulse heartbeat sensor pulled out. It was an interesting time. It's gone through a lot of rework. But here we go into round number. DG coming off of a hot half will win the first round of half number 2, and they will take their defense from up top to downstairs.
As Sketchaponovic starts some rework on the top floor, getting rid of some of the wood. We're gonna make some lines of sight downstairs, specifically over into the church arsenal, or excuse me, the church area above the wall where you can see it in towards the mini bar if anyone is sitting there. But right now, don't really have to worry about it too much. It's gonna be Sketchaponovic now peeling down. Oh, almost had a quick kill right there, but again, client-side debris definitely not doing her any due diligence. Only a minute left on the clock. They still have to find a little bit of pressure now. Oh, saw it once again, but Sketch just not ready. Trying to work this angle so hard, but oh no. The X-Kairos pellet's also going to get burnt up as well. This is just not working in favor of the offense at all right now.
No, I'm not sure if that Bandit is seeing the pellets and the debris fly from the buck upstairs, but Maddox will find little Lexi. So that will be Twitch off of the board. That one Brit working into Moto will hang out there, but Maddox, she will find Breezy. That's a 2-piece for her. 3v5 now. She'll find 3. That one Brit goes down. Only Buck and make that only. Maddox with the quad kill now, going absolutely bananas at the alibi. The first we see the day. Rachel will see one. Throws some bullets down, will not connect. Somebody's calling Maddox over. So TK, there's a technical ace. Can she get the true ace? That remains to be seen. 10 seconds left. Rachel Boo, will she deny the ace? Will she just run away? No! Maddox with the first ace of CCS R6W. Make that a 6K with the team kill. And DG now chain 2 together.
DG looking like a whole different team from what I've heard about him. So, I mean, everything seems to be well suited. They're using the proper utility, getting aggressive when they need to, holding back, letting the offense try and, sit and waste as much time as possible. It's been just a great scene so far to watch these guys work.
It has indeed. Absolutely. And now they pulled ahead. Still plenty left to be played. They haven't quite ascended to match point, leaving Victoria's Secret in a real tough position. but still very winnable for both of these squads right now. Obviously,
Defenders,
DG with
protect your
2
bombs from
round
being
advantage.
defused by attackers.
Not the end of the world, though. 3-5. We've seen comebacks from worse today. We saw a 2-5 comeback today, as a matter of fact. So, very doable, but they cannot let it wait long. They will go back up to a site that they actually haven't been successful on the site quite yet. They haven't had a successful defense yet after the half. DG winning both attacking rounds. And, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. They won both defense. I got mixed up for a second. So they will go
waiting.
up to
I saw the
catch.
gears turn and I was just waiting.
Yeah, it's been a long night for me, and I'm old. So if you're tired, imagine how tired I am.
I'm not tired because I woke up at literally 3 p.m. So
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I just, yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about my terrible sleeping schedule that Poland puts me on. All right, anyways, beside that fact. This offense so far for the likes of Victoria's Secret hasn't been able to really find its mark just yet. I feel like the thing that they really are lacking that's a very, okay, yeah, just shoot it out of center. There you go, Maddox. Let's put that somewhere that isn't dead center of the room. Good job. All right. I really feel like what they need to do is more or less bring things back to center. I think it would help them out quite a bit because right now they are just not finding what's needed.
No, not quite yet. Some X-Kairos will be used to open a little sight line, a repel sight line there into garage, but it will not be utilized just yet. But 2 defenders are actually keeping an eye on it, so it is keeping 2 of them busy to work on the map elsewhere. And that will exactly be what is happening. Millionaire just hanging out, making sure no activity going on in the window. They'll burn the ADSs out, so Breezy will get 1.5 ADSs. Those 3 grenades. The frag will come in. It will explode, but do no damage to any utility or person as the time ticks away. Still no work on this wall here either. So for the time being, Bandit nice and safe, tucked away back behind the shelf.
All right, well, not too much work done on the offense just yet. Doesn't seem like they really have garage control. Wall hasn't been opened either, as they are just waiting to Bandit trick it with Bandit Chameleon areas at least. So Dope Girl still playing on the top of cash as well, going to try and open things up from underneath to try and prevent this Bandit trick. So very smart play here, but gets punished. Could definitely be punished. Going to get lit up quite a bit. Wolf Kai is going to have the first mark, though, as Breezy will fall, and the wall will get ripped open as well. Maddox with the second. Sketchapotamus to fall. Once again, this defense just so dangerous so far.
It is dangerous, and Maddox will continue the killing spree, picking up her 6 consecutive without a death. Doing absolute work right now for her team, and now the attack is slowed down. Only 45 seconds left to work with, though. They'll get the wall open, but Dope Girl here in garage, full control, and oh no, a terrible timing incident for Maddox. Brit will take her right on down. This will bring the numbers slightly back in their favor, but the time ticks away. The attackers all sort of convening outside of sight. Now one will run in and try to get a foothold onto the site to attempt a plant. Pushed in, little Lexi looking for somebody somewhere. She'll find one in the rotate hole, but the other one from the construction side pushes. She'll get the kill. Chameleonaire with the pivot. Joker will find one of her own. It's a 1v3. The diffuser goes down. Can the diffuser be guarded? The switch, rather. The thermite. My goodness, 3rd time's the charm. We'll have to tuck and hide in a corner. It will not be good enough. Dope Girl will clean it up. And an easy defuse for Disrupt to give them 3 consecutive wins here on defense.
All right, well, only one more to find, and then that's all she wrote for this. Is DG seems like a whole new squad from, again, what we've heard prior to this. So overall, very impressed by what they've been able to achieve. You said both of these squads were coming in 1-0 and 1-0, but it really appears that DG is sending Victoria's Secret to a very quick 1-1 and themselves up to a 2-0. For me personally, it really feels like Disrupt Gaming, as well as the people over on, the name is currently escaping me. Why is the name escaping me? What was the first game we casted today? Can't think of the name.
The first game that we casted today, Stand By. I forgot too. It's been
Green Yellow Man.
Yellow
I feel
mid
like
versus
Disrupt.
Disrupt.
I feel like Disrupt and Queen Yellow mid really stand on top of the pile right now. I really feel like that is what your guys' current two teams that are just coordinated well are. Like they aren't being super aggressive. There's no rank-esque style that everyone loves to point fingers at younger teams. There's none of that. It's just very good coordination. I feel like these two especially stand as more or less rivals right now, because one of them appears right now early on in this to be the two most dominant teams.
And I'm going to have to throw Artemis into that pile as well. There's also sitting at 2-0 right now. They had a little bit more difficult of a time with Brain Dead than Disrupt had with Brain Dead last week in the off-stream match. But again, they're still sitting atop, and they will be atop the leaderboard at the end of this week. So, round count will have to factor in to place them properly. But let me just tell you right now that the game that we're watching right now, scoreline does not tell the whole story. Now, Disrupt has just really started. I mean, they've been clicking the whole game. Even the rounds that they lost, it's been close. And it goes the other way, too. Like, the rounds that Victoria's Secret have lost have been extremely close, except for a couple of isolated incidents. And that's just, you can't expect every single round of a game this long to be, a 1v1 at the end. But they're not out of this yet. It's match point, and they have a long way to go. But even at this 6-3, I don't count them out.
All right, well, slow round overall so far as Lexi's working her way into garage. You guys just heard the wall of what a shot onto Lexi. Definitely wasn't ready for that one. Maddox gonna follow suit as well, and apparently is going all the way of Disrupt Gaming right now as they disrupt the process of this offense. Excalibur pellets gone, Sledge gone, nothing else really in the hands of this offense. They have the EMPs and the thermite charges that they need, as well as a pretty damn good gun in the hands of Sketch Eponymous. But right now, overall, definitely not in the best likeness currently.
They're not. They've done a lot of work to the map, gotten the wall open like you mentioned. Down 3-5 though. It's going to be a very difficult time for them. They have to coordinate now. Now it comes down to, can they make something happen? Can they push and displace the defense, right? They haven't been able to displace the defenders ever since DG took over, and that's been a big-time problem for the Maddox. So second kill of the round off the back of an ace. Just a couple rounds to go. Whoopay will run out and find one, but not before Sketchopotamus trades it back, but it's a 1v4 to save poor Victoria's Secret from absolute defeat. She'll find a second double kill for her, but she'll have to finish the clutch ace. Still got plenty of time. Will anybody throw their lives away by pushing themselves at Sketchopotamus? Well, she'll take anybody who's willing to do that for her. Still got plenty of time to work with. Diffuser is outside, not very far away. She will decide to leave it behind. She's got to push for the kills, but time is running out. She's got to make a move now. She hears a pre-fire from around the corner. She'll look around, but they will not peek into her, so bullets are whizzing right by her face. Time continues to take down 15 seconds. Hippopotamus has to make a move now. Too many people to contend with, and that will be it. The Billionaire will finish it up, but Disrupt Gaming will rise to 2-0. Victoria's Secret to 1-1 again. As I've stated in the past, this is only week 2. We have 9 total weeks to go in the regular season prior to the playoffs. So a lot left to be done here. Because every team will play every other team once in that region. And once that is done, the playoff seeding will begin. So DG, 2-0, GG's all around. Fantastic job by them. Fantastic job by a lot of the teams tonight. A lot of